Global entrepreneurship is about existing entrepreneurs sharing experiences, tips, help with brand new entrepreneurs. You know, for me, that's when the magic really happens, when these guys all come together, start sharing ideas, experiences, helping one another. You know, people like Ross, people like Tony, people like Charles, people like yourselves, Mike, all the team are absolutely passionate about helping all people, and especially young people, into entrepreneurship. So for me, it's 1 week that really, really highlights that, and 1 week that really gives people the opportunity to give them the kickstart they need and start making things happen.
I think Global Entrepreneurship Week is an opportunity for young people to be inspired, and young people right the way from primary all the way through to post-16 to be inspired with challenges, to hear real life stories, and to see the journey of young entrepreneurs and how they've overcome challenges to be successful. And actually, throughout the course of an activity or an event, and obviously this year it will be virtual, they'll be developing those big 13 enterprise skills. And I think all of that culminates together to expand horizons, give people the opportunity to build their skill set up and be inspired by what they could achieve in the future.
So what do you think they get out of it? I suppose we mean in a normal week, and we hope they'll get something out of it this week with what we've put online. But normally, what do they get out of it?
I think it's an opportunity for people to come to the fore that maybe sometimes would sit back a little bit and be a little bit shy. It's an opportunity for young people to be challenged, to be taken outside of their comfort zone against lots of other schools and colleges, and be given that chance to take part in a live project and understand that they were given just a number of hours, and in that period of time they have managed to achieve something that they probably never imagined they could before they came into that room, or in this case before they logged onto that website. And I think it's always amazing during Global Entrepreneurship Week that you just feel the energy and the buzz and the vibe in the room and amongst those young people, because they are, for once, kind of, they're encountering those employers, they're speaking to those employers, they're understanding more about their journey and young entrepreneurs, but at the same time, they're challenged to achieve something themselves. And at the end of the day, they all feel like they've achieved something. And that's the vibe that we always get as they're entering the room, and then as they leave, they feel like different people.
But the reason I support it more than anything is because I realized how important something like 8 years into our business, kind of the skills of enterprise were. And what you're doing through Global Entrepreneurship Week at all ages, I mean, right up to the universities and colleges that participate from the primary, is in that week, you're developing the skills that they will actually need in order to survive and thrive in their own enterprise or in the workplace, frankly. So, enterprising skills themselves, you can be a happypreneur with a job, and you can be doing something in your spare time that's more enterprising, that brings in some money. It might even be a little cushion for if something happens with your job and everything. So there are all ways of being enterprising, and you can be, if you're lucky enough to, I had great employers. I didn't have a bad boss. I had wonderful bosses. And all of them gave me a lot of rope, if you like, to be able to be creative and be enterprising. But underpinning that is a set of skills. And I've always said the most important skill for a business owner is the ability to negotiate. And in actual fact, that's how every entrepreneur I know has actually grown their business. When they talk about scale up, it's as though there's a graph like this going up there. It isn't. They see an opportunity, they come to a deal with a major customer or a major supplier or a major creator or a major software developer, or they come, and that takes the business onto another higher growth level.
For me, it's all about the atmosphere. It's all about the buzz. From the moment I get there, from the moment I see all the team that are dedicated to helping it become a massive success. The opportunity in the room, you can almost taste it. You know, the synergy in the room between different businesses, people throwing ideas about, and the inspiring stories for me personally, the inspiring stories in hearing from all the individual entrepreneurs what their journey's been like, how it started, why it started, what stage they're on, the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows. You know, for me, that is the bit that is truly inspirational. I always say we've all got a story to tell, you know, and we should all be proud of that story and what we've achieved. And it's a great week of celebrations amongst creating opportunities as well.
I love, you know, working with the whole team. I love, it's also a great opportunity, you know, to see development of the stories and journeys of young people over the year, because what we always find is that there's new young people coming through, new young entrepreneurs to tell their story and their journey, whether it's through MC4C, whether it's helped through the Youth Enterprise Bank, whatever it may be. It's great to see that and to celebrate it as well. And also to see those new young people come through in the schools and the challenges and see how that they really just embrace them. And every year there's always real standout individuals that, you know, are going to go on and be successful. And a lot of the time, like I've mentioned previously, you know, they aren't the ones that would always stand out in a classroom environment. This is their chance to shine. So I think I'll just miss being with everyone. I'll definitely miss taking part in all of the kind of activities, and obviously miss the celebration evening as well, because that's always a nice highlight for us. But hopefully we'll be back in full form next year.
Well, yeah, I mean, we are doing some things virtually, including that celebration evening, although you won't be rolling pound coins at champagne bottles and things this year. Well, there must be a virtual way of doing that, I would have thought. But anyway, you have been working very hard on putting a website together. That's one of the ways we're rolling out Global Entrepreneurship Week this year. But how will it substantially be different?
I think so. Obviously, we've developed the website, which kind of really puts together everything that we would normally do within the week in terms of the challenges. We have some great inspirational stories there from the entrepreneurs and videos. So there's a real opportunity for everyone in schools and colleges across the region to still engage with the week and to still take a lot from it. I think in terms of how it will be different is there will not be that kind of opportunity to have those conversations around their tables with young entrepreneurs, with people in business. You know, that will obviously be different, but we're trying our very best to make sure that they're given every opportunity to engage with it and get infused by Global Entrepreneurship Week, because this is the other thing, isn't it? The world evolves and the world becomes more digital and virtual, and this was always going to happen. So it would be absolutely amiss if we didn't deliver a virtual Global Entrepreneurship Week like we are intending to, because this is maybe an opportunity for young people to understand that they can engage with lots of different opportunities and programs that exist out there. That doesn't mean they have to travel physically, because for some young people that may be a barrier. So hopefully this is an opportunity for them to be inspired and see what they can do in a virtual setting, as well as physical.
People are alone a lot this time of year now with what's going on, but you do not have to be lonely. Honestly, you know, it's 2020. It's a digital world that we live in. We can still reach out to people. And more importantly, people can still reach out to us as well. And help is there, very much there, if not even more there than in previous years. You know, the work that MC4C and the John Cracknell Youth Enterprise Bank has done has been truly remarkable, you know, where I think a lot of people have been missed out. The whole itself has really sort of rallied around to fill in those gaps.
I'll look forward to seeing you in the week. Will you be bringing the stormtroopers with you?
Yeah, I'm going to bring the stormtroopers and I'm going to bring Lord Vader as well.